Born in the great nation of Georgia, here is the streaking Armenian lightweight contender, Arman Tsarukyan. And when this man has been given big opportunities by the promotion, he has absolutely busted the door down. A lot of people harken back to his fight against Islam Makhachev back in 2019. Prevailing wisdom is that that fight is going to materialize again, because since that point in time, Tsarukyan has been an absolute killer. And when he knocked out Beneil Dariush in December of 2023, he essentially made himself undeniable. He has been must-see television, all offense all the time. And again, not a lot of fellow lightweights are calling Sean Shelby and Mick Maynard asking for a fight with the Armenian Arman Tsarukyan. Well, this place is absolutely deafening as the undisputed UFC lightweight champion makes the walk for his latest title defense. This is a huge fight, as big a fight as we can put together at 155 pounds, but the champion thinks it's going to be one-sided.
Yeah, skill for skill, he's one of the best fighters in the world. That's why when you look at the pound-for-pound rankings, you always see his name right amongst the top of the guys on the list. He has every skill in mixed martial arts, but I believe it's his mind that separates him from the rest. He has a steel trap of a mind and believes, without a shadow of a doubt, that he's the best fighter in the world.
Yeah, he was carrying himself this week like a guy who knew something we didn't. We'll see just how one-sided this fight could be in a matter of moments. Our tale of the tape for this lightweight championship fight. To get us started with the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Arman Tsarukyan. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC Lightweight Champion of the world, Ilia Topuria.
Herb Dean, third man in the octagon tonight. All right, let us get to the early round action here, and a lot of people believe that Arman Tsarukyan eventually will be a UFC champion. Had a main event with Mateusz Gamrot, that did not go his way, but he's back on the horse, still believes that he will be a force to be reckoned with in this division, and as far as this matchup is concerned, doesn't really see a whole lot of holes in his opponent's game, so we'll see how he chooses to attack. No feeling out process whatsoever. These strikers are getting after it early.
They don't like each other, and they're trying to get the opponent out of there right away.
Left punch is clean, followed by a right. Collar tie here in the clinch. So 1 minute into this fight, and as many people expected, the action is absolutely crazy, back and forth. This is a full-on brawl, DC.
It's hard to watch a fight like this and call a fight like this, because you never know when somebody's going to take that one shot that finishes the fight.
Just over 3 minutes now to go in round one. Heavy leather landed on both sides in that exchange. Oh, huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished.
Strong outside leg kick.
He ate that kick. He took that whole kick, yeah?
Big knee there to the chest. Oh, Just over 2 minutes to go in what has been a furious round one.
He checked that last one.
Big right hand there. Calf kick lands, and it is starting to bruise now.
Dude better check these kicks. He's not going to be able to fight too long if he doesn't.
He's right.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
Holding on to him here, not really doing too much, perhaps just looking to recover.
Oh, nice inside leg kick, yeah.
Well, if you are a young striker, you could do a lot worse than watching this guy work up.
Great timing on that double leg.
Under a minute to go. Well, good dexterity and movement here on the ground to avoid any further damage, courtesy of that ground and pound. Nice job off of his back by Tsarukyan. All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transition.
Tsarukyan getting absolutely worked here from the top. Let's see if there's an uptick in his urgency here as he tries to get back up. Horn sounds for the end of round one. All right, heading back to the corner now, and we will keep a close eye on things. Tsarukyan's corner has some work to do. They're going to take a look at that lip. Hopefully the cut man can do his thing and just make sure that it doesn't continue to bleed and provide further adversity for him in this fight. All right, let us now take a look back at some of the highlights from that previous round. We'll see if we can isolate the exact strike that caused that cut to his lip.
He landed a beautiful shot that cut him on the lip. Now, listen, guys. As long as it ain't like Jairzinho rolls a strike and Alistair over you're fine. Cuts on the lip are okay, unless your lip is hanging off, like we have seen sometimes. That is not that, but he's got to protect it.
I got Robbie Lawler on line one, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I remember Robbie.
Lip cuts.
Oh, my God, I was thinking about that. I couldn't remember who it was.
All right, next round is upon us. Let's see how it plays out. All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous round.
Yes, it wasn't a bar fight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kick and sink at each other. But you did see times where they came together and you saw the skill level of these two fighters.
Now his opponent's really on the ropes.
His opponent's on Beach Street. He's hurt so bad. I don't know what he's going to do to stay in this fight. In the half guard. Oh, right into mount.
All right, operating inside the closed guard now. Tsarukyan is back in half guard. Well, I think I can smell the blood at this point in time. That canvas didn't look like that a few fights ago. Blood is flowing from that cut with every passing strike.
Every strike. And it burns. John, it burns so bad.
And now he's got the back. Thought about a choke, instead flattens him out. And now he's got a lot of options offensively, champ.
Yeah, he's got all the options available to him. Now he just has to get all that hip pressure into his opponent's back and just start raining down ground and pound.
And if you're the bottom fighter, better start intelligently defending yourself. Well, we told you off the top of the broadcast he could do it all, but he's leaning on the striking tonight and continues to hit his opponent really with most of what he's throwing.
Well, he can't miss. I mean, it's like the guy's throwing a baseball at the side of the barn. Everything he throws, he lands, and he shows. Gotta be careful here.
Tsarukyan is right back to the full mount here.
Bottom
fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
Topuria's eye is starting to swell shut. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC.
Now he's going full mount.
All right, so some high-level stuff there on the ground, but as they make their way back to the feet, a huge response from their opponent.
I love all the grappling that was on display there, but fight fans want to see striking, and that's exactly what they're going to get as he finally makes his way back to his feet.
All right, half-guard position for him here, and I can hear Dominic Cruz in the back of my head just screaming about underhooks somewhere.
Yeah, he loved, but he's right? He's so right in terms of If you're on your back in the half guard, one thing you can't do is flat on your back. You need to be up on an elbow. You need to be half on the side, and you need to control the far side underhook. It is a battle for underhook when you're fighting in the half guard position on the mat.
All right, so the round is over, and you see some obvious bleeding now. Looks like the cut is on the nose. Yes, it is. Cutman will try to get in there and shut it, but of course, as soon as he absorbs a strike this next round, that thing could reopen. Certainly bears watching here moving forward. All right, well, 1 minute of end swell can only do so much. Let us look back at some of the damaging strikes in that previous round.
It doesn't seem like it's going to do much, and if it does, he can't take any more of these shots. He was too stationary. He took everything square on the target. He's got to move his head, and he's got to be proactive instead of...
Right to the target. Let's see if his opponent can survive.
I cannot believe he is still standing after taking that punch.
This could do it. Oh, he landed another great shot to the body there. Really starting to connect at a high percentage now in the latter stages of this fight. All right, well, he rocked him pretty good, but didn't sort of smell blood in the water, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, blood's in the water. You got to go and get it. You got to go find the finish. They're going at it here. Huge shots landing on both sides.
That is it!
Holy smokes!
Yeah, that right there is a high-level knockout, ladies and gentlemen. Crowd absolutely loving it. Just a perfect shot to end the fight. Landed flush. I'm not even sure his opponent saw it coming. So a huge, huge win for that young fighter here tonight. Here is Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 4 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by knockout and new UFC lightweight champion of the world, Arman Tsarukyan!
Oh, take my money, DC. We got a new UFC lightweight champion. This is a belt that doesn't always change.